Welcome back, and thank you for staying with KTN Prime. We continue with the conversation with Kilifi Governor Gideon Mungaro, and he was talking about investment and the investment opportunities that are in this county. So let's talk about the issue of mining. Ideally, we know salt comes from Kilifi County, but the issue of titanium was known to be in Kwale County. Today, the CS said that there's actually hope that titanium is more in Kilifi County. Talk to us about that.
With the statistics we have and the research and checks which were done by the Department of Mining,
yes,
Kwale was a baby. The deposits we have in Kilifi, and we have 6 sites in Kilifi. We have Sokoke with titanium and Nyari. We have Sabaki, we have Mambrui, we have Jace in Marafa. We have at least 6 sites. And the deposits you have, if they are really explored, we are being told it shows that we can mine for over 30 years in Kilifi titanium and will not finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. As the CS Joho said, we have lead. Lead is for making car batteries. It's found in Ganze. Yeah. We have zinc found in Ganze. We have, of course, the normal one which has been there forever, manganese. Yeah. Then we have quarry from Jaribuni. Also, manganese is from Jaribuni. We have the salt farms, as we said. We have the coral blocks. So the mines we have in Kilifi, I think Kilifi can be one county that can be self-sufficient if only the government explores the mines. The only thing, I put my foot down when I came into office, and I wrote to CS Mburi at that time to ask them to cancel all the existing licenses and start afresh. Over the years, people have been given license, but they're only speculating. Yeah, they're not exploring the mines. And we have said also, we are looking for companies which will come to Kilifi, not just to mine and put in the containers and send to Europe or China. We are looking for new companies who will have an MOU with the county and national government to make sure that they have value addition. That you don't only mine and export in containers, but you can build a factory and process the manganese products in Jaribuni.
Are the plans already underway?
That's one of the conditions were put, and that's why you had CS Joho saying one of these companies which have been given the Chinese, one of the conditions we have agreed is that they'll make sure that they build a factory so that we don't export our jobs. Because the moment we put everything in containers and send abroad, we're exporting the jobs. We get the minerals from here, but the workers are employed in China or wherever the mines are being taken.
Yeah.
But if we build factories here, then we'll employ our people and we'll have a lot of things we can do, including CSR projects and side investments from the investors.
Okay. You know, Kilifi County is in a very strategic location when it comes to having a long coastline. Let's talk about the opportunities in the blue economy. What are the projects that are currently underway?
Yeah, you're right. Kilifi has a 267 kilometer coastline from Mutwapa to Kipini. And the projects we are doing at the moment, we have so far since I came to office, we have issued 44 boats to local fishermen. Yeah? Today you have women groups who own boats and they rent to fishermen. And I'm very proud to one group of where we are in Kuruitu, which was, we gave one boat, now they have bought a second one. Yeah, that's why today I signed an MOU with Kenya Shipyards.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a meeting with General Farah and agreed that the boats we bought, for example, not knowing in the market that we could have explored Kenya Shipyard to do boats, the boats we bought, many of them costed around 3 million. Now the new MOU we have done with Kenya Shipyard instead of having one boat for 3 million, we'll be having two, because they'll be able to do boats for us for 1.5 million. So I can engage as many fishermen as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the new front of the blue economy. We have worked with partners. The Go Blue project for the Jumuiya counties of Pwani, which were the component of fishing and blue, and was under the Italian government. They have done a lot. I just opened last week, when we closed the project in Uyombo, as a container where it's solarized, and you can bring your fish, cool it there so the fish don't get spoiled. We have issued over 500 cool boxes to fishermen, yeah, so that when they fish, they don't have, and all those places I'm telling you, like the Uyombo, the Mutwapa, the Kuruitu, they have ice makers.
Okay.
So in the morning, you can pack ice in your cool box, go and fish, so your fish comes back still fresh. Unlike before, when you spend the whole day fishing in the sea, you come with the fish bad because of the sun, yeah, and you have nowhere to stop the fish. So we have opened now, with the collaboration with the Department of Blue Economy in the national government, we have opened Kichwakati in Ngomeni, we have opened Mayungu, we have opened Uyombo, we have opened Mutwapa, we have opened Kiritu landing sites.
Okay.
All with coolers, and fishermen can now be able to store their fish and sell the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Governor, that's not the only MOU you signed today. There's another one in Kayafungo. 3,000 acres have been donated for a special economic zone, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
When I came to office, there was Kayafungo Ranch. Kayafungo Ranch is something I got involved when I was a CIS of lands. And what I discovered was the government and the National Land Commission wanted to put this land under community land. Knowing our cultures as Mijikendas, putting Kayafungo Ranch under community land will have been complex. One, there are many people living there already who did not have titles, number one. The land is 24,000 acres. So I approached the community and the committee of the Kayafungo Ranch and told them, you know what, why don't we set aside some land to attract investors, to make Kaloleni sub-county as our hub for industries. We create an industrial city. Why did I choose that place? First, they have the land. We have the land in Malindi. We can get land in Magarini. But I chose Kayafungo because it was strategic. That from Kayafungo Industrial Park to the port of Mombasa, it will take you 1 hour. Especially now with the new dual carriage from Mariakani, will take even less time. Yeah. So we chose that one, that we make it as our hub to attract investors and create industries. But the whole idea was to make sure that we do not just take the land and give to investors. One of the things I decided, and I said, as the governor, I want for the first time that we just don't give land to investors and forget it. We have registered the land now under county government of Kilifi, and all the investors who will come to invest there will just be given a lease. Is it 20 years? Is it 30 years? So that the time they decide they don't want to be in Kenya anymore, they leave to the people of Kayafungo and Kilifi County their land and the development which is there.
But you know, you talked about something that is really key, that majority of the people around there did not have title deeds.
Yes.
Land injustices has been an issue in the coast and in Kilifi County for years. What exactly are you doing to end these land injustices?
One of the things we are doing, you know, these land injustices have been overrated.
Yeah.
One of the things we have as a county, and I realized this when I was the Minister of Lands, and they managed to push over 30 schemes in this county was on its lands. In Magarini, in Kaloleni, in Kilifi North. That's why the President was saying today, one of the lands which we are going to soon allocate is Takaungu, Mazrui land, and Musabaha. These are part of the projects I did. Because these are projects which People have just left them without negotiating. When I was in lands, one thing I did was to call the landowners. And I went to two fronts. The ones which were totally full that government had to buy, we bought. I pushed the current government and the current president and the former president to buy, for example, the Mikanjuni in Mutwapa, which hosts over 5,000 family members. Now they're waiting for their titles. We bought the Takaungu and the Musabaha land. Now you had the president today. We are now buying Mutangani and somewhere in Kijuitanga in Malindi. So slowly the idea is, one, the private lands have two fronts with them, that when you have 1,000 acre and you have maybe 100 acres squatted by squatters, then we call the landowners and say, instead of you not utilizing the whole land because there's hostility, why don't you hive the 100 acres, then you utilize your 2,900
for free? Do many really agree to that?
Yes, we have managed to do many of those.
Okay.
Because most of them, the hostility is so bad that you have your 3,000 acres. The only place is occupied is 100 acres, but you cannot utilize the whole land because every time you appear, the public is hostile that this is our ancestral land and we don't allow you in. So if you hive that and give them titles, and there's been talks with the communities and the private landowner, then you ease the tension because they get their titles, then you'll let them utilize the remaining land. Okay. That has worked also. But the other problem we have had as a county, and it has been treated as land injustices, is settlement schemes and adjudication sections. There are so many which have not been done in this county for years. Why? Because the national government always, and the Minister of Land said, we have no money to do this, we have no money to do that. So what we have done in the last two budgets, you will see we have put a lot of money on land education and settlement. So we call national government, the Department of Settlement, and to tell them how much does it cost. Like what we are doing in Kayafungo now. Kayafungo at the moment, we are allocating the 21,000 acres which we are not utilizing. 3,000 for industrial park, we have issued a separate title. The 21,000 acres, we have put 18 million as a county. Yeah. And the Ministry of Lands is now on site doing the identification and allocation numbers for the people. So what we are doing now is all those schemes which the government have not touched for many years, because always is budget or issues, the county is putting budgets to supplement and help the national government. They only bring us surveyors, the education officers to do the allocations, and we pay for the expenses as a county.
Governor, when you sit during your free time and you think of a Kilifi county, what is your vision? What does Kilifi look like to you in the next 5 or 10 years?
Kilifi County, I want to see Kilifi County as a business hub where we'll be able to create employment to our youth. I want to see Kilifi County as the center of excellence on health, and I've engaged very many investors on this one. And you watch my pace. I will have the first teaching and referral hospital in this county. In
how many years?
Give me another 3-4 years.
I'll hold you to account.
Yeah. I've already have people online on doing that. Yeah. Pan University wanted to do it. I am happy that I am pursuing even this issue of teaching and referral hospital with the vigor for one reason. We can even start ourselves and then get other partners on board. Today, Pan University have been accredited to teach medicine. Where do all those students go for their practicals? For me today, if we have a teaching and referral hospital, and I got the land, courtesy to the Ngala family at Mtondia, we have 88 acres now, where we can put in the market for an investor to come and start with us. But what have I done now of late on even already boosting the health sector? We are doing an OPD, outpatient wing in Malindi Hospital, emergency and outpatient and emergency wing in Malindi Hospital. Yeah, with partners we are doing 8 ICU beds in Malindi. We have 8 in Kilifi. we did not have dialysis centers. I thought instead of using money from Kilifi County to buy all these facilities, I went to partners, and thanks to the Hungarian embassy, today I have 4 beds in Kilifi, 4 beds in Malindi. We have over 20 beds in the high seas coming to boost Kilifi to 20 dialysis beds in Kilifi and Malindi. We do not pay a shilling. What the embassy did, and this is what we want to do in the future, and that's why I talked passionately about the placement of equipment. This we have done as a placement. Dialysis, you spend a lot of reagents. So all these facilities today, and you can check what we were presenting, what patients are saying they are benefiting now from dialysis. So what we are doing is, you place 10 beds in Kilifi Hospital. Our doctors will do dialysis. Okay. We buy all the reagents from you. So you're making money from your reagents, because the reagents of dialysis, you use so much in a week from 20 patients or whatever. So even if your bed costs 2 million shilling, in 1 month, 3 months, you earn all that money. Okay. Because we buy all the reagents. So we are going now in the market to talk with the hospital suppliers for placement. And I have attended with my doctors in Medica Expo in Germany 2 years ago, when I came to office 3 months later. I've attended Arab Health last year. This year I'm attending again Arab Health to be able to get the suppliers of equipment to convince them. If I am going to have a CT scan in Kilifi arriving in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I've bought an incinerator for the times in memorial. I've talked about scavengers, if you watch me today, in our dumping sites, where sometimes it's human organs been thrown there. People think it's meat from the hotels and human organs. So now we have put an incinerator, and soon we are going to have notice with all the private hospitals that all hospital waste will be managed by the county. You will come to our incinerator, you pay for it. All hospital syringes, used syringes and whatever, will burn them at our incinerator. Okay. Yeah, and you pay for it. And if you don't, we'll close your hospital.
Okay. Yeah. Governor, you're also the chair of the Jumuiya za Counties za Pwani. These counties are interconnected. For you to achieve your vision, you need support of some sort. Yeah. What role can these counties play in supporting each other, especially Kilifi County?
You saw last week we had Jaibek.
Yes.
In Taita.
Yes.
Jaibek is Jumuiya County Economic and Investment Forum. It was in Taita, in Taveta. It was in Tana River last year but one. This year it was Taita. I just came from there. Next year, hopefully, it will be Lamu. After Lamu, it will be coming to Kilifi. Okay. Yeah, we do a joint investment conference as counties. That does not stop individual counties from doing their investment bid. That's why we have done Kilifi. Yes. But we are working together to also, in certain fronts, to bring all the what you call investors who want either to explore investment in Tana River, Taita, Kilifi, Mombasa, Kwale. That will still go on. Yeah. So because we have common markets, and after Jaibek in Taita last week, one of the things I suggest to the governors is that as we bring investors and producing different items in the market for both export and local, we need to think as the 6 counties of the coast to create one market like Kongowea, but for all the things which are produced from different counties, so that people can also buy from there locally. Okay. Finally, to an investor who's watching you right now and maybe not really convinced, why Kilifi? Why should they invest in Kilifi? That's a big question. Yes. Even our slogan of this investment conference was, why Kilifi? Okay. Because we have said Kilifi will have an open door policy. We have a program in my manifesto which is easy of doing business. We want to make sure that we create the environment to which will attract investors. The business of counties and governments having bureaucracy when it comes to investment must end. We must be the one chasing the investors when they show interest, but not the other way around. And I have clear policy and instructions to my Department of Trade and the Department of Lands that there should be no delays on providing approvals for new developments. Yeah, what we are saying is every Friday they must report to my office on the inquiries or applications of new developers in the county, so that we make sure they get the response in real time. If there's a query because somebody have not been able to answer this or that, they should be helped by the department to achieve that in real time so that we don't lose these investors.
Okay, Governor, thank you so much for your time. Of course, we'll continue having this conversation. The Kilifi County International Investment Conference ends tomorrow, and we're still pitching camp here in Kilifi, specifically at the Vipingo Ridge, and we'll keep on updating you on what resolutions are made. But thank you so much, Governor, for your time. That is Governor Kilifi County, the host, Governor Gideon Mungaro. I'm Ashley Mazure. That's all we had for you. Our sign language interpreter was Philip Omondi. Have a good night.